Hi everyone, it's Robutan from PhoneArena.com, live from the Samsung Unpacked event here at Mobile World Congress 2015 in Barcelona, and we are going hands-on and actually doing a comparison between the Samsung Galaxy S5 and the Galaxy S6. Now, as you can see on the face of it, Samsung has retained the design identity that it has, but it's given it a much needed upgrade. Where you had plastics and leather over at the back, the Samsung Galaxy S6 changes it for metal and glass. The front of the phone is, well, it has a metallic finish underneath it, but on top you have a full Gorilla Glass layer. The bezels on the S6 are slimmer than that on the S5. There's an upgrade in the screen size, well, the screen resolution. You have a 5.1-inch QHD display on the Galaxy S6 compared to the Full HD panel on the S5. The screen looks more or less similar. We're not super convinced by QHD panels yet, but yeah, it's a good panel, so nothing to complain about on that front. You've got two buttons flanking the home button on the front. Both correspond to the back and the menu keys. Now what's different here is not entirely different. You have fingerprint readers on both the home keys, but while the S5 relied on making you swipe down the button to register your fingerprint, the S6 on the other hand just requires you to press on it. This is very similar to how the iPhone works, and in a brief time with the Galaxy S6 it seems to work quite well and much better than that on the S5. Over at the top you've got a 5 megapixel front facing camera on the S6, which is once again an upgrade of course. Now let's move over to the side. Where you had plastics, you find metal, aluminium to be precise on the S6. You've got a power rocker on both the sides, on both the phones. Below it is the SIM card slot. On the other side you've got volume rockers. Now the volume rocker on the S5 was a single piece of plastic. Good, but not very tactile, not much of feedback. Now this has changed drastically on the S6. The buttons feel really good. They give out a nice resounding click on pressing it, and it generally feels very reassuring. Over at the back, the Galaxy S5 used pleather. This back panel could be removed, and Samsung had a fairly small range of replaceable panels available. A couple of third-party manufacturers also dabbled in this. The S6 on the other hand, it's got a mirror finish metallic back with a Gorilla Glass layer on top of it. Super prone to fingerprints. You'll be wiping this phone all day long, but it does look very sexy. A 16 megapixel camera on top of the Galaxy S6, which is again an upgrade over the one on the S5. The position of the flash and the heart rate monitor has changed as well. You'll find it over to the right of the Galaxy S6 as the camera. The Galaxy S6 is slightly slimmer than the Galaxy S5. I don't really remember the specifics of the S5, but the S6 is rated at 6.8 millimeters, and because of that, the camera module protrudes out just a little more than that on the Galaxy S5. The 16 megapixel sensor with optical image stabilization mechanism built in is responsible for that. Now let's move to the internals. Samsung has been a bit shy with letting out complete information about what powers the Galaxy S6. But we do know that it is running the Samsung Exynos 7420 processor. The Galaxy S5 on the other hand came in a variety of SKUs, so to speak. We have with us the Snapdragon version, but there was also a version powered by an Exynos quad-core processor. The Galaxy S6 has an octa-core processor, of course. It's running on a 14 nanometer FinFET process, which promises to improve performance as well as efficiency by almost 30%. Now the reason that Samsung felt fit to get rid of the replaceable back panel and so the replaceable battery as well is that it claims that it has refined its charging process. In 10 minutes you can charge the phone enough to get about 4 hours of usage out of it, which is definitely quite good. It's also been very shy about letting us know about the battery capacity, but it does say that it'll charge in about half the time as the iPhone 6. So that's definitely very good. But we'll have to test that out and we'll let you know how that goes. The Galaxy S6 supports both the PMA and the WPC wireless charging standards, none of which were supported by the Galaxy S5. You had to replace the back panel with one which supports Qi charging, and I don't think not too many people eventually did that. So yeah, definitely a very good move by Samsung to make sure that the wireless charging standards become more mainstream. Our Galaxy S5 is still running on Android KitKat, but the Galaxy S6 is running on Android Lollipop with a nice smattering of TouchWiz on top of it. There is quite a bit of change all around. It's lighter, it's been made less confusing. The interface is simple, the icons are simpler still, but it's still not down to Lollipop levels. Google seems to have achieved a level of design minimalism in Android Lollipop, which is well evidently missing in TouchWiz. So that was a quick comparison, a hands-on preview of what the Galaxy S6 improves on over the Galaxy S5. There's a lot to like on this device. It's almost a sure shot upgrade for S5 users. A very refined build, beautiful display, beautiful build quality. The aluminium and glass, though super prone to fingerprints, it does look very beautiful indeed. The phone will start shipping on April the 10th and will be available in 3 SKUs with 32, 64 and 128 gigabytes of memory on board. It will also be available in a range of colors. We really seem to like the green and blue metallic shades, but the black and the silver are sober colors for sure. If you have any comments, please do let us know in the comment section on YouTube. Please do hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. For more coverage from Mobile World Congress 2015, keep checking back phonearena.com. This was Dhruv Bhutani. Thank you.